The Galactic Council chamber fell into absolute silence. Ambassador Kethvar's 4 eyes blinked in sequence, a nervous tick that betrayed his species' discomfort. The crystalline delegates from Zarian Prime dimmed their luminescent forms, while the gaseous Netherians swirled anxiously in their containment suits. All attention focused on the human representative, Commander Sarah Chen, who had just asked the question that no one in the room wanted to answer. "I'm sorry," Chen continued, her voice cutting through the thick atmosphere of unease, "but I've been reviewing the specifications for your fleet vessels, and I noticed something peculiar. Where are your medical facilities?" High Counselor Vexthul, a towering insectoid from the Hive worlds, clicked his mandibles nervously. "Commander Chen, perhaps we could discuss this matter in a more private setting?" "No," Chen said firmly, crossing her arms. "We're here to establish military cooperation, protocols. If we're going to fight alongside each other, I need to understand how you handle battlefield medicine. So I'll ask again, where are your med bays?" The silence stretched on for nearly a full minute. Finally, it was Ambassador Kethvar who spoke, his translator struggling with the emotional undertones of his words. "Commander, humans are the only species we've encountered who attempt to heal their wounded during combat operations." Chen's eyebrows shot up. "Excuse me?" "When a warrior falls in battle," Vexthul explained slowly, "they have served their purpose. Their sacrifice honors their people. To attempt resurrection or repair, it is considered barbaric," finished Kethvar quietly. "We thought you knew. We thought all species understood this fundamental truth." The human commander stood, slowly, her chair scraping against the metallic floor. The sound seemed to echo in the vast chamber longer than it should have. "You're telling me that when your people are injured, you just leave them to die?" "It is the natural order," said Counselor Zephyra, her melodic voice carrying the weight of millennia of tradition. "The strong survive, the weak perish. This is how civilizations advance." Chen turned to face each delegate in turn. "And you, all agree with this?" The murmur of assent that rippled through the chamber made her stomach turn. "On Zarian Prime," the crystal delegate chimed in harmonious tones, "we grow new citizens from the quantum matrices of the fallen. Death is simply recycling. The hive reproduces through collective genetic memory," Vexthul added. "Individual survival is irrelevant to the greater organism." Chen felt the weight of their stares as she processed this information. These were the most advanced civilizations in the galaxy, species that had mastered faster-than-light travel, energy manipulation, and quantum computing. Yet none of them had developed field medicine. "How many of you have physicians?" she asked. Quietly, "Physicians?" Kethavar's translator seemed to struggle with the concept. "Doctors, healers, people whose job it is to fix injuries and cure diseases." The silence returned, heavier this time. "We have maintenance technicians," Vexthul offered uncertainly, "for our technology." "We have grief counselors," added Zephyra, "to help populations accept necessary losses." Chen closed her eyes, taking a deep breath. When she opened them again, there was something different in her expression, a hardness that hadn't been there before. "Let me tell you about human warfare," she said, her voice deadly quiet. "In our history, we've fought wars that lasted years, decades even, wars where millions died. And do you know what we learned? The Council waited We learned that every life matters. Every single person who falls is someone's child, someone's parent, someone's friend. So we developed triage protocols, combat medics, field hospitals. We created technology to keep people alive in the worst possible conditions because we refused to accept that anyone was expendable. She began walking around the chamber, her boots clicking against the floor in a steady rhythm. You want to know why humans have been so successful in our conflicts with the Devourers? It's not because we're stronger or faster or smarter than you. It's because when a human soldier goes down, 3 more will risk their lives to save them. Because when a human ship is damaged, every other ship in the fleet will move heaven and earth to rescue the crew. Kethvar's translator crackled. But the tactical disadvantage, the resource allocation. There is no tactical disadvantage, Chen said sharply. There's only commitment. When your people know, truly know, that you will never abandon them, they fight differently. They fight harder. They fight with the fury of a species that values every single life. The chamber remained silent as Chen returned to her position at the human delegation table. You asked us to join your alliance because you're losing the war. Against the Devourers, she continued. Your fleets are being systematically destroyed, your worlds consumed, and you want to know why? She gestured to the assembled delegates. Because when your ships are damaged, you write them off. When your crew is injured, you consider them casualties. The Devourers don't have to destroy you. You're destroying yourselves through indifference. High Counselor Vexthul shifted uncomfortably. What are you proposing, Commander? Chen smiled, but there was no warmth in it. I'm proposing we teach you how to save lives. Every ship in the combined fleet will have a medical bay. Every crew will have trained medics. And every species will learn that strength comes not from accepting death, but from refusing to let it win. She paused, letting her words sink in. Because when the next battle comes, and it will come, you're going to see what happens when an enemy faces warriors who know they're worth saving. The silence that followed was different from before. It wasn't the silence of discomfort or confusion. It was the silence of a room full of beings reconsidering everything they thought they knew about survival. And in that silence, the future of galactic warfare began to change.